I love you too. I love you too. So, okay, so we're gonna start from day 2 of the testimony. You said yes, I do think it's possible to get the video evidence from court if I pay for it. You can't because it's my videos. I was the one that video and got permission. Those are my recordings. Starting the morning off, the deputy speaks. He said, "Ladies and gentlemen, again, there will be no cell phones out. There will be no Apple Watches, no Meta glasses. There will be no recording whatsoever." So I'm going to stop right there to let y'all know why it's like that. It was people. What's a red flag now? That's a red flag. What's a red flag? So it was people that had Meta glasses on, Apple Watches, cell phones, as y'all know, that was trying to hurry up and come into the court and record. Only people that were allowed to record was the queens, and that was me and Big Show. What was out into evidence? Oh, you talking about those recordings? Oh, you talking about the videos and stuff like that with Tim and Renee? Gotcha, gotcha. So it was getting out of hand, and if you were following me when I came back home, no, you can't come in. If you were following me during the court proceedings, and I was back home, I explained to you. I said it's been times if y'all witnessed it. Y'all said I said, "Hey y'all, I gotta hang up and I'll be back at a certain time because the judge. It was early in the mornings. I had to check emails. I spoke to judge, and it was a lot. It was a lot going on because it was so many people trying to be the first ones to push this out, and yeah, it became a problem. So that's why they were saying they were taking phones, they were taking anything that anyone had to record in their court. Because if you notice, like on some of them, it says on the door, it says no cell phones, no record, no cell phones on. You got to turn them off. So that meant nothing, nothing. Thank you. Okay, so the judge had, huh?
Oh, I'm sorry. Before you get started, are the comments distracting you? You want to turn them off or you want to leave them on?
You can turn them off. And then I'll let you know when to turn them back on, please.
Okay.
Thank you, Nikki. But as I go, I'm going to explain some stuff so y'all can understand. So y'all hang tight, and then I'm going to turn the comments on. If y'all have any questions or concerns or whatever, we can go like that, and then I'll drop down. And then she'll drop y'all down. You got it, Nikki? So I'm going to go ahead and start. The judge has informed us to let you know that if we see you going in your bag, we will search your bag. If you are found to be recording, then you will have to deal with the judge in the order of the court. Please don't think we're not being serious. My sergeant would like to address the gallery. So Sergeant Foster, he spoke first. All right. When I get done telling you guys this, I'm going to ask you if I made myself clear. What happened yesterday in my hallway will not happen again today. Is everybody aware of what I'm talking about? There will be no fighting. There will be no physical nature. If I watch a whiff of any physical confrontation, both parties will go to jail. They will be charged with affray. They will be charged with disorderly conduct. Okay, so boom. Let me tell you about that. So if you're aware of it, and a lot of us were aware that Tim's mother and Akira's aunt got the jacket. And when I tell you, Akira aunt choked her out. She choked her out. Like, I might, subscribers live. Let me say, let me. I might have a clip of them running out of court. I gotta refer. I might got some. Ooh, y'all might get two. Y'all might get two tonight. Let me write that down. I'm gonna write that down. That's a good one, ain't it, Nikki? Running out the court.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I heard you talking to me, but I couldn't figure out how to get myself
off of mute.
Yeah, but the only thing is, okay, so the comments are off. See, the comments are back. Well, no, the comments are off, right?
It's off.
Okay. All right, I'll go back on mute. But yeah, that would be great if we could get a 2-for-1 so we can see it. Oh, Tamika.
Like how they was running, y'all can see, y'all will be able to see when they ran out. Like, okay, so Tamika walked out fast with her bull digger ass. And then I think it was they kind of came at the same. I gotta look at it, but that's okay. We'll look at it together over there. It'll be ready for y'all. But then you see a Kira mom like Jackie Jonah Kersey, pew, in heels, red bottoms, y'all. She was gone out the door. So that was kind of, and then all you hear is like rumbling. Then you hear Taddy was trying to get up. They said, ma'am, the judge said, ma'am, sit. Was it the judge or the bailiff? One of them said, ma'am, sit down. They was talking to Taddy because Taddy was headed that way too. And Tad was almost touching the door, if I'm not mistaken. And then she had to go ahead and sit down. So this is where all this is coming, y'all. It's getting, it was hot. It was hot. So they was like, we ain't having none of that. See, they're getting fed up. So as I started off, they were saying no cell phones, no meta glasses, no watches, no recordings. You can't even dig in your bag because so much stuff the previous day was going on. And then the fight went on too as well. So keep all that in mind. Now y'all seeing, y'all kind of like everything's kind of connecting from what y'all, like bits and pieces of what y'all already heard. So, okay, if anybody interferes with any deputy affecting arrest on that, they will be charged with resisting, delay, obstruct, and disorderly conduct. There are no ifs, ands, or buts about this. I will not have it in my building. I will not have my judges concerned over safety. I will not have other people conducting business in here concerned about their safety. Oh, they won't have it. So business in here concerned about their safety. Okay, so he's saying like he didn't want us worrying the people, the spectators or the jurors, you know, the workers there, the clerks and everything, to be worried about anything because he ain't having it today. I guess he was fed up. So, have I made myself clear? And the audience said, yes, sir. The deputy, okay. The court, thank you, Sergeant Foster. Thank you, Deputy Z. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry that was necessary, but my foremost concern, as I stated yesterday, is that these folks get a fair trial and that the jurors and everybody else are protected from anything and everything. The only thing that I will add to what the sergeant and the deputy said is this. Under the law, I do have the power to hold you in contempt. If you are audible from the courtroom and you interrupt the proceedings, I can hold the two people who were out there in the hallway yesterday who interrupted this trial in contempt and put them in jail for 30 days. Be warned. All right? All that said, anything from the plaintiffs, Ms. Jones, before we bring in the jury? Okay, so what they're saying is they could have held Tim's mom and Akira's aunt for 30 days locked up. They could have got locked up. But some reason they didn't. So he said, all that said, anything from the plaintiff, Miss Jones, before we bring in the jury. Mr. Hands, y'all remember who Mr. Hands is? Mr. Hands is the attorney, the co-attorney for Mrs. Jones, attorney Robin Jones, Robinetta B. Jones. He's co-attorney for Akira. So he said, yes, Your Honor. The court, Mr. Hands, it's come to our attention that there was an unauthorized practice of law from law students. Boom. So let me tell y'all about that. So it was people coming in, and not just spectators. They had started going to like a student of law school, a law school for help. And the law students came in, and they were helping. Not only her helping, the lady with the mask, who had that y'all saw, that little picture lady walking around with a mask on like it was full-fledged COVID. She was speaking behind the mask, and we were seeing that. Not only her, Keisha, she was bending down trying to tell Brene when to object and everything. So y'all, it was a lot going on. It was a lot going on, y'all. It was a lot going on. So let's scroll up. Okay, so law students yesterday, and I just wanted to bring it to the court's attention. It was told that it was assisting with objections, and I was just wanting to make sure he was trying to make the court aware of that. So, so Brene was per se. That means she basically represented herself she represented herself, so she was her own attorney. So with that being said, because she agreed to being per se, and she signed off for everything, and she did the motions and everything, and actually the judge even said previously, he said she did a decent job, and she can't get help. She can't get any help, and so that was her choice. She didn't want to hire another attorney. She didn't do it, and that's when all the other stuff from on this recent trial we just went, that's what he was talking about. So everything will connect as we go, you guys. Everything will connect and make sense because Brene decided to represent herself. So let's move forward. Okay. So the court, all right. The court. All right. Okay, so he says the court, which is the judge. All right. It's not certain I know what you're talking about, but I think I know. And I will just remind Miss Kennard. He said, Miss Kennard, and everybody that Miss Kennard has the right to represent herself, but she needs to represent herself without assistance from anyone who is not appearing in this case as an attorney. Understood, Miss Kennard? Miss Kennard, yes, Your Honor. The court, all right. Anything else from the plaintiff? Y'all, one thing I said, BG got him. But him saying, Miss Kennard, oh my God, he sounds so Southern with it. So Miss Jones, no, the court, all right. Anything else from the plaintiff? Miss Jones, no, Your Honor. Mr. Hands, no, Your Honor. Miss Jones, we're just setting up. The court, Miss Kennard, anything from you? Ma'am, before we begin. Miss Kennard, no, Your Honor. The court, all right. We do have the 11 jurors. The deputy, we do. Let's bring them in. Miss Montague, if you'll come up and retake the witness stand. Miss Jones, Your Honor, I don't believe she has the binders up there. We might have to get the binders again unless someone took it. So when they're talking about the binders, they have like Attorney Robin came so prepared. I feel like she was overly prepared for whatever Renee had in store for them. Like her evidence or whatever, so they can debunk everything. So one thing that Attorney Robin did was she got the binders. She made binders for everybody, meaning the witnesses on the stand, the judge, and Brene. So those big binders that y'all saw that Brene had, those were not her evidence. That was the evidence that was from the opposing party. Okay. So I'm trying to read and then explain to y'all. So I hope that helps. And then once I finish this, like this sheet, I'll come in to make sure everybody is on. We're on the same page and everybody is like understanding where I'm coming with this. And I'm kind of giving y'all little cliff notes as we go, because I want y'all to really completely understand. Like I want y'all to have an imagination and y'all in the courtroom type of feel. So the witness, no, I gave it to you. The court, okay. Jury enters the courtroom at 9:58 a.m. The court, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I hope y'all had a great night. When we left yesterday, Miss Montague was on the stand. Miss Montague, since it's a different day, we're going to have you resworn by the clerk. So Akira had to be resworn back in. Different judges do that differently, but that's how I do it. If you'll stand, place your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand. Akira Montague, having been called as a witness, having been duly sworn, testify as follows. Madam Clerk, please have a seat. And Ms. Montague, let me remind you to please speak up, pull the microphone close. The witness is still with you. Hold on. And the witness is still with you, Ms. Jones. Okay, so basically, where they left off the previous day which was day one, they left off with Akira and Attorney Jones. So the moving second day, starting off Akira and Attorney Jones. Robinetta B. Jones, if y'all don't know. So they left off. So they're basically saying Ms. Jones has the floor. Attorney Jones has the floor. So Ms. Jones, Your Honor, may I approach with the binders from yesterday to follow up with the text messages? The court, you may. Thank you, Your Honor. And we left off yesterday. Ms. Jones, you had just moved for admission in the court. Okay, Nikki, let them up for open up the comments before I finish up. Well, I'm on another page now.
Just a second. Hold on, give me a second, because this is my first time having to do like
No, take your time. You take your time. I appreciate you doing it.
Okay, I think it's not allowing me to. Is there any way you can override what I did, because it's not allowing me to go back to
open the comments? Hold on, let me see if I can do it. Go to comments. Turn on. Okay. I turned on the comments. Okay. Okay. Do anybody have any question? And Keisha is Brene's mom. Somebody asked me who is Keisha on this side.
Before we ask any questions, can y'all just continue to tap and share the live, please? Thank you.
Please and thank you. Thank you, guys. Let's see. So that somebody asked me who is Keisha. They said, who is Keisha? Keisha is Brene's mom. LaKeisha. Everybody's good? Hey, Diamond. Everybody's good? Anybody got a question? You said me, Keisha. Keisha said this. Hey, Glow, I'm just realizing I fell asleep while on your live earlier requested in everything. It's okay. We're reading the transcripts right now. I'm just trying to check in and make sure y'all don't have any questions before I turn the comments off. Thank you for watching the live 200 minutes. I appreciate it.
Okay, Glow, it looks like we're all good. There's no guests wanting to come up and there's no questions. So whenever
Okay.
you're ready.
We can carry on. You can turn them off. Can you?
Okay.
Yeah, you can turn. I guess you can turn them off and I turn them back on. They said I'm ready. Okay, so so at the top of this page it has admitted plaint. Let me go back a little bit. Miss Jones, you had just moved from admission, and the court had admitted plaintiff's exhibit 382, another video. Miss Jones, yes, yes, sir, we're ready to play. The court, all right, Your Honor, I can publish to the court, to the jury, correct? He said, yes, ma'am. Thank you. May I approach? Yes, sir. May we publish, Your Honor? He said, you may. So when she say publish, that means like they're submitting to the court, let them know what they're submitting, and then they're getting ready to upload the video for the plaintiff, for Kira to see and the jurors to see, along with the audience. Continue direct examination by Miss Jones. Miss Montague, did you watch the video? She said yes. Are you familiar with this video? Akira said yes. And how are you familiar with it? And her answer, Akira's answer was, this is one of the videos that I found on our shared computer. This is Timothy and Kennard on our marital couch in our living room, cuddled up. And how do you know it? How do you know it is your marital couch? For two reasons. I paid $3,000 for the couch, and I recognize that couch very well. Again, I know it's the living room because above his head we have some more artwork, and I recognize through the window that house that's next door. Now, who's in this video? Timothy and Brene Kennard on our dog Poncho. And no, Timothy Montague and Brene Kennard and our dog Poncho. Wait, I just realized something, Nikki. Nikki, he took the dog over to Brene's house too.
Along with the children's furniture.
He took the kids' furniture and the dog. So the one when she up there telling us a Poncho, that's the dog from. He took the kids. You low down dirty dog, y'all. That just kind of like blind. Oh my God, he took the dog.
Remember that morning when she came downstairs and the kids were there and Tim was there? And she tried to act like, oh my gosh, I'm starving. Oh, I can't. Wait, Poncho, get down. I can't wait until, I'm just starving. I need something to eat. But I'll catch up with y'all later. Yeah. Yeah, flaunting the whole entire time, playing in our face.
But now Poncho over there shitting in the driveway, ain't eating good. He's just in the garage. Yes. Oh my God. OMG, y'all. He took the dog over to this raggedy heifer house. Okay. Let me get to, okay, Poncho. And how did you feel when you saw this video? She said, I felt sick to my stomach because not only do you have our family dog laid up with you guys, you have Kennard laying on your chest. That's not her spot. That's my spot or our kid's spot. So I felt betrayed looking at that. Again, I felt like boundaries were crossed. Again, that was my husband, and we were definitely married at that time. And you're cuddled up with my husband. Question, were you still living in the home? She said yes. With Mr. Montague? She said, yes, I was. And your testimony was this video was taken in the marital home as well. She said yes. Oh, and to clarify, what was your date of separation again? She said March 14th, 2024. And when did Mr. Montague move out? I believe officially that day March 14th, 2024. And again, when is the last time you slept with your husband? April 2024. April 2024. Now you gave your testimony yesterday about your conversation with your then husband and him denying anything was going on with Miss Kennard. She said yes. Can you clarify what happened when you talked with him? Again, when I brought it up to him, he completely denied everything. Again, once. I'm the type that once my husband says something, it's him against the world. Like I would take his side no matter what. However, after seeing the videos, I knew that everything he told me was a lie. Oh, dirty dog. Miss Jones, can I approach the court? Yes, ma'am. Miss Jones, I'm going to show the other videos to the defendant. Your Honor, I'm going to play it for her, no sound. She's seen it before. We sent it to her before on Thursday. May I approach? So the conversation is about the exhibit between the parties. The court, Miss Jones, you previously provided all of these exhibits to Miss Kennard. Yes, sir. You don't have to replay them. Just show her what you intended to move into evidence. So she's going to show Brene what she's going to move into evidence. And so Brene can go through the binder to see what's being admitted. And give me 1 second. Let me close this thing. Just me and y'all on TikTok and YouTube. Don't worry about Michael. Don't worry about y'all. Tim something else, y'all. I just reading this all over, like just going. See, sometimes y'all go through some of this stuff and you relive it all over again, or you've seen it. So boom. Let's see. Miss Jones, yes, sir. You don't have to replay it. Let me see. I am showing you what is marked as Exhibit 383. Do you recognize the exhibit? She said yes. I'm showing what is marked 384. Do you recognize this exhibit? She said yes. I am showing what you is marked as Exhibit 385. Do you recognize this exhibit? Akira, yes, I do. And I'm showing what is marked 387. Do you recognize this exhibit? She said, yes, I do. What is it? It's a video of Kennard mentioning me. Okay. And where would you get these videos? Social media, on the World Wide Web? Yes. What about Exhibit 388? Yes. Do you recognize Exhibit 389? Yes. What is it? She said, it's another video from TikTok. Social media. Social media? Okay. Will these videos help aid your testimony today? She said, yes. Are you familiar with The Real Thing? Yes, I am. Does it fairly and accurately depict the real thing as it looked at a relevant time? She said, yes, it does. And these are videos that you found on the World Wide Web. She said, yes. Okay, in reference to the video 383, where did you find the video? She said 383, it was a video of Tim Montague and Brene Kennard made themselves in our marital bathroom. So that's the one everybody has seen on social media about them in the restroom when she was grinding and she wanted to use the excuse of her being, drunk. And that was her excuse. And Brene. And when did you find that video? She said that was one of the videos that I also found when I was filing our taxes, me and Timothy taxes. When she said that, Tim was like this, y'all. He was sitting like this in court when she was doing. He was like she didn't do that. So he was trying to say that, like he was shaking his head. Tim was shaking and shaking his head and all that stuff. She said, Miss Jones, Your Honor, I asked for plaintiffs exhibit 383, 384, 385, 386, 387, 388, and 389 to be admitted into evidence. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces of evidence that she's entered in, and that's over 300 something odd pieces that she's entered in. Well, we're on evidence, we're in the 300s right now, y'all. It being admitted. The court, any objection, Ms. Kennard? So for 383 video, it has no date on it. So I don't know what date that was. Was it during separation or after? Because she stated that I came back to the home after separation. The court, anything else, Ms. Kennard? So what I'm saying is I'm confused on what the date is on the video for her statement to be true about when it actually was. Then the court said, which is the judge, well, Ms. Kennard, you'll have a chance to ask questions in cross-examination. She said, okay. The court, do you have any objections to the admissibility of these videos? She said, no, I don't. All right, they're all admitted. And Ms. Jones, thank you, Your Honor. May I publish to the jury? You may. Thank you, Your Honor. So Plaintiff's Exhibit 383 published for the jury. So the jury was able to see Exhibit 383 video. By Ms. Jones. So this is Ms. Jones still on the stand. Has the floor. Who is in this video? Brene Kennard and my husband at the time, Timothy Montague. And what is she doing in this video? She bent over our sink and proceeded to shake her butt on his penis. That's what they would call twerking nowadays. Did you hear the defendant objection? Meaning, did Brene say, hold on, did you hear the defendant's objection? Yes, I did. Okay, do you know if the video was taken before or after the date of separation? So that was good that Attorney Robin basically made sure, like, the question that Brene had, that she covered it. She covered the foundation so they don't have to circle back. Okay, do you know if the video was taken before or after this date of separation? She said this was before our separation. How do you know that? Because I was at work and my kids were in the other room. And did you know? What if anything did you know about their behavior while you were at work? That they were spending more time together. I was confused because the time that she was at our house was also the time that his side of the family lost his younger cousin. His younger cousin was taken away was being beaten by their father. So at this time, he was actually on, and then Whose younger cousin? Timothy's. Okay, he was actually on what they call bereavement, which is what he told me. Child. He wasn't bereavement. He wasn't breathing. He wasn't grieving at all. Tim was not grieving, y'all. That was just...
Tim wasn't grieving. Tim was grinding.
He was grinding. He was grinding. Oh, my God. So he used the baby situation, which is traumatic. Rest in peace, little baby. But you use that as an alibi so you can spend time with Brene at the house and y'all can get y'all freak on in the marital house.
And instead of Brene staying at home with her own husband, who was probably going through that same grief, she chose to be in, I don't know if it was Winterville or wherever, they lived at the time, with Tim instead.
My God. Y'all weren't even in court. So y'all remember when I was telling y'all, when I was stating to y'all, I said, people was like, what? No. Like they were making like, all kinds of gestures. You could hear it, like, but it was so low. But people was like, no.
What
Crazy.
was Lakeisha and Corilla doing over there?
They was just sitting there. Corella was like looking like, and Lakeisha was up there. She was shaking her head, and it was times that she had tried to get up. But I think around this time, this when they had stopped movement. They had stopped letting people go in and out of the courtroom. So it was crazy work. It was. This is crazy, y'all. This is crazy. This is crazy. So crazy, girl. He was actually on what they call bereavement, which is what he told me. So he told you he was on bereavement leave. She said yes. And what time frame was this? Do you know? Do you know month and year? This is the beginning of 2024. She said, okay, you can continue. He told you he was on bereavement leave. What happened after that? After that, sorry, do you have some tissue? She said, yeah. After that, it's just confusing. So at that time, that video was taken. I was at work and the kids were at home. But he was supposed to be on bereavement. I believe Devin had went back to work because he was on call. But they were later supposed to go to the funeral together. But yeah, that's really what it was. I was at work. So y'all remember when they were saying that Devin had lost a family member? You know they say, Tim saying they're not any kin to each other, right? Well, why the heck he was on bereavement and this is the same relative that Devin's talking about too? But y'all not no kin? Y'all not no kin? Y'all not, y'all, you are not. So now you trying to flip it and you go on Tamara Hall say y'all were friends. Y'all, the lies in my Candy voice. The lies. I cannot. And that's why I tell people, and I'm going to continue on. I tell people all the time, you don't have to take BG word for it, my word for it, Ninja word for it, Barbie, Caramel, Big Show, Monet. You don't have to take none of our word for it. He want to say now the transcripts. Okay, so the transcripts are out. Where is the lie? Because all we reading is what was said in court verbatim, right? Mind you, I'm the one that got the videos too. So what you say and what he say, y'all can put it up and y'all can put it together and figure it out on your own. What was being said. So it's kind of crazy. It's crazy work. It's crazy. It's crazy. So, but yeah, that's really what it was. I was at work. Timothy was supposed to be at work, but instead he wanted to get gyrated on in our marital home. He didn't seem too concerned about the death of his cousin in my eyes. Wow. To clarify, did you have any knowledge this was going on in your home while you were at work? She said, no, I didn't. I had no knowledge. I was at work trying to keep food on the table, trying to come up with my half of the bills, even though he had a job that could have well taken care of both. And can you tell the court, what is the first thing you felt when you watched this video? She said, I felt betrayed. Like the biggest thing is I felt betrayed. And I felt like you're using death of a family member too, so you can have your guilty pleasures. I felt disgusted with him, both of them. And what, if anything, did you feel about the defendant when you watched this video? Even watching it now, I turn my lip up. I'm just disgusted because to me, you're sick. You're a sick individual to be my supposed friend and family member, and you consider Timothy as a brother. Ugh. But yet you're gyrating on him. I felt like, okay, incest is how I thought, even though we're not blood related. It's sick. I was genuinely disgusted. Like I felt like sick to my stomach. Okay, we're going to Exhibit 385, Your Honor. May I approach the clerk with the exhibit list? Okay, Nikki, you can turn it back on for a minute. Or do I have to? I think I have to turn it back on. Let me see. Okay, y'all. Do anybody have any questions, concerns, or y'all following along? Somebody said, child, child. Okay, so I just want y'all to know. Do it look like what is it that I'm adding and taking away from the court, the transcripts? Because you know he like to say it is a shame and a scandal. It is. I'm doing a great job. Thank you. They both they both have a special spot. The way that Akira and Devin is inhumane for real. Was Brene presented the you said was Brene presented the evidence prior to the trial approved? Yes, she received before we even started. She got her before we started the trial. She got her folders. She got the binders. They were all submitted in. The judge, it was one at the witness stand. They had and Brene received it. They came prepared. Oh, they said keep reading, Queen. You're doing just fine. Thank you to approve. But I want y'all to when they say stuff, you know, they saying, "Oh, we just wrote like I'm just writing just to be writing. Like I wrote this and then I wrote it down and I came back and said it to y'all." No, no, no. I'm reading exactly what it is. I let me tell y'all, I got notes and y'all can't even understand my notes, but this is the folder actually from the trials. These are all my notes in this trial, which is crazy. Crazy.
Tim is crazy because if he had any sense, he would have been taking some notes his dang on self.
He wasn't. He wasn't. He don't know how to take notes.
Bring this up. You need to not say this. You need to question her on that. But instead of him, you know, trying to help his wife, he sat up there and let her just put the noose and just do in herself, you know, on her own.
Right.
Tim better go sit down somewhere and find him some real business like taking care of his children or figuring out their child support situation.
You guys share the live, get your daily hearts and tap, 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 please for me. That's all I ask. Tapping is clapping. Sharing is caring. Brene had no objection. No, she didn't to anything. So you will hear the objection, and I will tell y'all Brene objected, but Brene hasn't objected one time. Okay. What's WSG mean? Shared the live. Oh, WSG, that's their name. Okay. Y'all, it was something. No one on their side was probably taking notes. Tim needed a notebook for his trial. They both slow. So that's the thing that was going on and the problems that, you know, like what he's saying, it don't make sense. Tim is special. He had somebody doing his work with that low budget degree he got. So we're gonna turn Nikki, you can turn the comments off. Thank you. So they said the court the transcriber, she's lying. She's classless. Hey Cherry. Nikki, you turn them off. You can turn them off.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Y'all. They said she's sick. She is sick. She's real sick. She's sick. They both are. For you to sit there and I'm gonna go in. For you to sit there and use a relative's death and pretend like you really care, only for you to be at home gyrating on your cousin's wife at your home with your kids in the home while your wife is at work, is crazy work. Crazy work. It's crazy. Crazy work. Where was the video posted, Miss Montague? So this video was posted on TikTok, and I also believe it was posted on YouTube as well. Brene did that on purpose. What does the defendant do for a living? She records her life for a living. Can you go back to 30 seconds?
I can use ChatGPT.
What the heck? Okay. Okay. Can you go back? Sorry. Cancel. Can you go back to 30 seconds for me? While she's doing that, who was in the video? At the beginning, it was Timothy, Devin. You'll see Poncho and Rambo. And you'll see me and Timothy kids. So Rambo and Poncho was Bailey and Jacoby. So your children were in the video as well. Yes, and then myself. And also in the video, you said Devin was there. She said yes. That was her husband at the time. Yes. And you talked about the double dates earlier. She said yes. Was that one of the double dates? Akira said yes. Okay. And in regard to posting your children, you told the court that you gave her permission prior to the date of separation. She said yes. Before she posts something before the date of separation, she would always ask, like, is it okay? Are you okay with this? And I would tell her either yes or no. After that day of separation, I told her, don't post my kids anymore. She said, why didn't you want her to post your children again anymore? Because she has a large following and she was flaunting the fact that she was divorced before she even filed for separation. She said she was flaunting the fact. Well, this is the question. She said she was flaunting the fact that she was divorced. And Akira answered, she was divorced. What do you mean by that statement? So she made countless videos, posts on TikTok saying, I'm divorced. Yeah, you know, me and Devin, we divorced. But there were never any papers filed for separation or divorce. So the question was, when did her and her husband get the divorce? If you know, was it this year? She said it was 2025. Now, in the video, who was the main people in the videos? Now we're finna get to some meat and potatoes. Let me take a sip, y'all, because Akira, baby. If you watch it and pay attention to it, you'll see that she cannot seem to take the camera off of Tim. Could she? Could she? Because that was the problem that everybody on TikTok had. Like, why are you filming this man, this married man? Whenever she mentioned me, it was, I don't know what she want, or I don't know this, or this is kind of like to brush me off, I guess you could say. But the main focus was Tim. She probably only mentioned Devin's name twice, 2 to 3 times. Even in this part right here, it was very disturbing to me. What was disturbing about this? This still shot of the video. My husband is standing right there playing with Rambo, and you feel comfortable to bend over in them itty bitty shorts and shake your large breasts and your behind in front of him. You kind of allude, well, yeah, testify to her attire around your husband. Akira said yes. Does the video reflect her attire when she was around your husband? Akira said yes. How often was she dressed like that, Miss Montague? And Akira's answer was, she walks like that all the time around my kids and my then husband. And from the social media posts, she apparently walks in the grocery store like that as well. Renee don't have no shame in anything that she does. The fact that I thought it was disgusting. That was one of the things on my FYP when she was kind of, I was like, man, that girl got some big titties. Why she out here with that little bitty stuff on? Like, you look disgusting. It's one, let me tell you, I know some big plus size women that they can spin circles around me dressing. They some bad dresser. And when I say bad, like they fire. They know how to dress well, put together. They know how to put a bra on when they have big bazookas. They know how to do all that. They know how to, like, match their clothing to their shape. They know how to do all that, so it makes it comes out like chef kiss. Renee, she dressed like a hobo. She dressed like a hobo. She has no style at all, and all that money she wasting, she could get somebody to help her out a little bit. Is all I'm saying. And to do that in front of the kids is crazy work. And now one may ask, did you know that your husband was going on these Target trips and all of that without his cousin, Mr. Mayo, as well? She said, no, I did not know that. I was told that Devin was with them, and I believe her. I believe her. I believe her because let me tell you something. As a wife, you would ask those questions like, "Why are you going with her? Why are you not with Devin? Why she can't go with her husband?" Those would have been questions. Tim had to lie. He had to lie. Tim has been lying. Tim is the liar. Tim and Brene, they are big liars. So how did you find out that your husband was on solo dates with her? Vanita, my mom, she had it sent to her from family in New York. Our family in New York sent her a bunch of stuff. They were like, "Do you know this? Do you know? Do you see this?" And I didn't know, but she knew. But my mom has boundaries. When it comes to other people's marriages, she knew that I wasn't going to hear nothing she had to say about that man. But she's the one that eventually told me when she realized it was like, all right, this is too much. I don't care what Akira's saying. She need to pay attention. So that's how I found this video. So Akira, let me tell you, Akira, she trusted her husband. She tried to not like she wasn't Akira wasn't even really on social media like that. So a lot of stuff Tim and Brene got away with because Akira wasn't really on social media like that. Akira's family from New York had to tell her mother, "Hey, let me send you this stuff. Y'all don't know what's going on. Let me inform you what's going on in these TikTok streets." Because the streets, they talking, but not only are they talking, they got evidence. Y'all hold on, because Ghost is at the door. He needs to get somewhere, find some business. Get somewhere. Go. Go. Come on, Ghosty. Give me 1 second. Y'all like the live. Okay. So this is posted on the World Wide Web. She said yes. Whose account is this from? She said Bernays. The defendant? The defendant. And how did you feel? Well, what if anything did you feel about your mother telling you about these videos with your then husband and the defendant? For my mom to tell me I'm my mom's I'm and then she said I'm my mom's only child. So she's very protective over me. But my mom raised me when she was a teenager. So me and her are like this. That's my best friend. She knows that when it comes to like relationships, I'm not one to tell my business. So for her to step back and let me handle everything, I appreciate her for that. But for her to say, all right, I'm your mama now. Like, listen to me. This is not okay. Like, I know I don't get in your business and you don't like people getting in your business, but you need to see this and listen to me. Listen to me, Akira. This is not okay. That's how I started to pay more closer attention. It also took her talking to my dad because I'm stubborn. I'm not trying to hear what my mom has to say. It took my dad to have to sit down and say, Akira, I hate to say it, but your mama right. So it took my parents to sit me down and open my eyes, take the veil off from my face and pay attention. And I paid attention. And when I looked at it again, I was like, okay, yeah, that is 10. That is 10 right there. He told me he was with Devin and Renee going shopping and stuff. Was Devin there when they were shopping in Target? Akira. I think Devin was there when we were at Target because I was there. And I remember asking, did anybody want anything from Starbucks? At the time the defendant posted this video, were you still in love with him? Yes. In my eyes, we were still in a happy relationship. Relationship? Yes, a happy relationship. Like we had the house, we had the kids, we had the dog, we both had our jobs. I was in school, he was working his job as a football coach. So in my eyes, everything was going perfect. In the video, she, meaning the defendant, indicated that she was coming to see her two whoop de woos. Her two whoop de woos. That's what she called. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Her two whoop de woos. Yes. And the children. Yes. And then smile with your children. Yes. How did that make you feel? Akira. It felt like she was being malicious. Like hearing her say that we weren't friends, but you were going to my house to be with my kids and myself and my husband. It's just gave malicious. You're not my friend, but you're coming to be in their face. I can't. We can't be friends and then you be in my home with my kids. That's not how it works. You don't like me. You don't like my kids. I mean, she got a point. So we'll stop right there. Let me let me let me interject. Hey y'all over here. What is she talking about over there? It's a court case. It's a court case. That's what I'm talking about. And I'm reading the transcripts. Okay. I let the comments come up for a little bit. Hey, how y'all doing?
Flo, what other platform are you on? Are you on your YouTube also?
Yeah, I'm on my YouTube live.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So they said Brene is slime and Brene needs BTA. Hello, check your messages not on. Okay, I will. I'm totally floored, glow in blue. And mother had to tell her, open her eyes, sis. How you like I don't know, Diamond. I'm still trying to get my bars and stuff together. So I'm just like right now, it's like people coming in and out. But so far so good. I'm trying to get the minutes and the hours up so I can move to membership. The name is Shopz Talk SHOPZ Talks TALKZ. Brene is scandal. She is, y'all. She is. It was Akira wants. She wanted to believe in her family. She wanted to believe in her husband. She wanted to believe in all of that, and for her to sit there and be betrayed by her husband the way he was lying. Tim is a pathological liar. And cause you screaming to the top of your lungs don't mean it make it true. You know, we're going by simply he's talking about, oh, people can lie in court. Well, we're reading the dialogue and then they're matching up like the videos, the recordings, even the videos on social media, even when you talk on Snapchat, you talk on TikTok, Instagram, even the Twitch. Whatever you say, it's gonna be held against you.
My thing is, if the court documents were lying and everybody in court was lying, why weren't there any objections? Why didn't Brene clear up the air while they were there? That was their opportunity to set the record straight, because we, quote unquote, have been lying on them for the last, year and a half, 2 years?
2 years.
We didn't see what we thought we saw. So why didn't they straighten all that out?
We didn't.
Why is it when she went on the Tamron Hall show, she said she can now speak her truth because she's been silent?
She haven't been silent for 2 years. It was Akira that was silent for 2 years. This was Akira's first time taking a stand and saying something about anything. And Brene tried to just make it seem like she took Akira's words and used them as her own. She haven't been silent. She's the one been putting stuff out. She's the one been silent. I'm gonna have those babies. I'm gonna have those babies. The kiddos. She's bothered. What she say? She's bothered by me.
Oh yeah. I bother her or something.
I bother her. I make her unbothered. I make her feel uncomfortable. I make her uncomfortable. And you was supposed to go to the. I hate even saying that. Something. She thought she was gonna kick back and kick her feet up because she thought she was going to the NFL. Didn't nobody. Everybody knew Tim wasn't going to the NFL. They knew it.
But did you see the video she made where she was sitting in the car eating lunch and she said, "Remember the name Devin Mayo?"
Oh, I saw that. Oh, and if somebody can find that, send that to me. I seen it once. If somebody can find that, please send it to me. Send that to me. Because I remember that. She said, "Remember that name. He's going to the NFL." She want all her men to go to the NFL, boy. So bad. Mm-hmm. So she could just sit over there and eat all the popcorn and nachos up.
Exactly. So she could do the same thing she claimed Akira was wanting to do. Sit back and kick her feet up.
But the difference between Akira never wanted to kick her feet up. She wanted to work. She wanted a partnership. She wanted the relationship. She wanted the White House picket fence. I remember writing that down. True Teller in here. True Teller. Send the one with Brene sitting in the car talking about Devin gonna be an NFL player.
Yeah, to remember the name Devin.
To remember the name Devin. That's her boyfriend.
And he's going to the NFL.
Yeah.
Remember.
She said, "Cindy, that damn True Teller." I love that
girl. She gonna be our you know how we used to have those old encyclopedias.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the Truth Teller is.
Yeah, that's my that's the TikTok librarian.
That's it.
AKA TikTok librarian.
That's it.
Yeah, Akira did have goals. She had aspirations. She wanted like the picket fence. She wanted the 2 kids, girl and a boy, a dog in the house. She visioned. She said we had all that, and then you let somebody just shut it down.
Anglo, you know something else I noticed? Those questions that Brene was asking Akira, she wasn't asking from a place of wanting to win, because she know everything that she was accused of, she did it. However, she was asking questions to learn how to be like Akira, to hopefully have the love and the bond that they had in their marriage.
Yes.
Akira said whatever Tim said goes, she want that to be her. Whatever Timothy tells me, let's see. Ursula said I sent.
She said sent it. Yeah, they done sent it like twice. I think I got about 3 times now. Thank y'all. Y'all made sure I had it. I'm gonna tell you.
But yeah,
Akira has old-fashioned ways when it comes to a marriage, and it's no every. Go ahead, Nikki.
You know why? Because that's how Akira was raised. Lakeisha didn't do CHIT over there with them, SHIT, however you want to put it. She didn't do things like that. She didn't introduce her girls to a loving and stable home. Who knows? Lakeisha was probably over there giving it out to anybody who'd take it. So, that's what they learned. They had to learn it from somewhere.
Yes. They said did Shirley co-sign? Big Shirley did co-sign. She did co-sign.
Yeah.
She did co-sign. Hold on. I think somebody want to ask a question, Victoria, and then we'll drop her down once you finish, and we'll start it back up.
Okay.
Yeah, Big Cheryl, she co-signed. That's how she was able to. That's why she cut up the way she did. Hey, Victoria B.
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Y'all just spoke something that I didn't realize, but I realize now. You're absolutely right, Blue Nikki. Brene was turned on by Tim's, how can I put it, authority. You know, when we're younger, it's cute to us to run over men. But the older we get, when we get married and stuff like that, we don't want a man that we can run over, push over. I'm going on 8 years next year of marriage, and I wouldn't want a man that I could just push over. Because if somebody trying to, break in our house, I'm looking at you. Like, I don't need you looking at me to cover us.
Hey.
Like, true enough, I'm going to be your side. I'm going to ride with us or whatever, but I don't need a man that's always a yes man and don't have no authority, that's not, taking the initiative, the lead over the household and, just in general. And I remember Brene mentioning how Deborah was weak. Now it just came to me that that's what she was attracted to when it came to Akira and Tim. Akira was totally 100% submissive. And with her being so submissive, Brene liked that and she wanted that. And she wasn't like that when it came to Devin, because she felt like he wasn't who she wanted him to be in that season. So she felt like she had to be over him and tell him what to do. But I truly believe had she hung on in there, he would eventually gelled into being who she wanted him to be. But that's what I think. I think that she was very much jealous of the relationship that Akira and Tim had, because I don't care what nobody say. When you're older, when you grow up, when you get older and you realize and figure out life, there is something about a real household that's ran right, and a man standing in a man's place and being the man, not the woman trying to be the man. Because if that was the case, it would have been ordained like that. So there's a sense of attraction from us as wives when our husbands are doing what they're supposed to do and not what we tell them to do.
And he wasn't. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I think that's what she was jealous of. She was jealous of them doing it the right way. But meanwhile, Brene, you over here yelling out that you a woman of God, you this and that. You're saying it, but Akira is living it.
She wants to be a virtuous woman, but she ended up being a virtuous hoe. They said Akira had a safe haven for hoes, and yes, she did.
You absolutely right, and it brought me back to the scripture when you said that Proverbs 14:1 states that a wise woman build up a home, but a foolish woman tear it down. That is so true.
That is true.
Like it's so true, and I think that's what it was. She was jealous on the anointing on, and it's so crazy because the Bible clearly says that a man that finds a wife
find a good thing.
You're really with who God has ordained you to be with. It's gonna gel perfect. That Brene worked in overtime, day in, day out, on trying to figure out how to destroy this woman's marriage, because it was on a solid foundation.
It was.
Yes. But one thing she does not understand is she will never be Akira. Because that came natural for Akira. She's trying to do a dress rehearsal to be like Akira.
Yes, and you're right. She talked too much.
Yes.
And
she wasn't taught that.
That is not a guy, y'all. I promise you, she talked too much, and that goes to being a foolish wife. You can't tell everything. You don't put everything. You don't dress like that, ladies. Married or not. I'm going on 8 years, but before I got married, I asked God to teach me how to be a wife first.
Yes.
To teach me. And I don't care how Tim is fine with it. No. When you of God, there is a sense of conviction. You ain't going to want to step outside that house looking any kind of way. Why? Because you don't want to try to attract and attempt nobody else men to look at you. Like, let me get off, because
it does piss. Get ready, because we ain't done. Just buckle up. You're gonna be mad. I'm just letting you know. The stuff you hear, you'll understand why You're gonna understand what they say. Y'all gonna understand by and by.
Bye and bye.
Y'all about to buckle up, Buttercup. Thank you, Victoria B.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank y'all.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Look. Y'all gonna see. Y'all finna figure it out. These are Kira words, not mine. So, and Attorney Robbins. So here we go. So all of that to me seemed like a malicious intent to get close to my husband. Hence the video. She can't keep the camera off of Tim. She remembered that Tim once she remembered what Tim had, but she can't remember what I asked for. She can't remember what her husband asked or wanted. Just the fact that he got some shoes. The perfume shopping for somebody who doesn't like to go to the store. He sure was at the store a lot with her. I felt really disrespected when it came to him when it came time for her to pick out a fragrance. Why do you care what she smells like, or why you are helping her pick out perfume that smells good on her? That's where my mind went with that. Question. We are going to show you Exhibit 387 in a moment. Where did you see 387 video? This is a post that I seen on TikTok, and it is a screen recording of her exact Snapchat. You can see her Snapchat name in the corner, Renee, where it says 34 minutes ago. And this is where she was answering questions pertaining to me. The questions from Samir Musiva, and they're asking how does she feel. So Renee objected. Objection, Your Honor. The court sustained. That doesn't allow her to mention, oh, sorry. The jury shall disregard the testimony. So they're disregarding the fact that, she has a restraining order. Renee, hurry up and object to that. So the jury disregarded the testimony. Ms. Jones, may I proceed, Your Honor? He said, you may. And so Attorney Jones proceeds. And how does that make you feel with her answering questions about you online? She says, very antagonistic. Objection, Ms. Kennard. Objection, Your Honor. Relevance. The court overruled. For better words, she was trying to bully me. That's how I felt. What Akira say? Who was trying to bully? Oh, okay. 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 Miss Jones. Now, in the video, she indicated that she would not keep a man's last name that put her through hell. Akira said yes. Who was she referring to? She said Timothy. And she knows that because I confided in her about things Timothy and I went through. That's what we did as friends. She talked about things in her marriage and I talked about things in mine. We were friends. Let me tell you something. It was never, I believe in all the way down to my tippy pinky toe, that Brene intentions all along was malice and malicious when it was towards Akira. She wanted Akira's life. She talked to and befriended her so they could confide in each other so she could take freaking notes. So since he want to talk about note taking, let's talk about the notes that Brene took to get you. Oh, I'm so disgusted.
Hello.
He want to talk about the note takers in court. Trick. Yo, now wife took notes from Akira to get you.
But you know what? Their comments, they never age well.
They don't.
Their comments always come back to bite them in the butt.
Always. Always.
You sitting here talking about people need to take care of their kids and stop worrying about. You need to take care of your kids.
You the one. Look, my child is grown. I got a grown man. I got a grown man. My son runs circles around you. My son got a business. Let me see. My son. Let me see. My son. He's out of the out of the military. He's a veteran. My son, he works for the United States Postal Service. My son he's part business owner. My son has a trust. In God we trust.
No.
Oh, no, he's on all my businesses. We have 3. He's on all our businesses. And he runs the food truck.
He can't spell trust. Tim cannot spell trust.
He can't. He cannot. So when you talk about it, and then let me say this, my little one, he bring home a check every month. And he has his own.
Baby working.
The baby is working. I'm gonna show y'all when I get a chance. My baby got his own hair product. He's the face.
Hello.
He's the face. My baby was modeling at 3 months. We kept all his money. My son has a bank. He'll do circles around him. That's how you call investing in, making sure his life is set.
Generational wealth.
Generational wealth. That's what you do. You're not doing that for your children.
You're not doing kids up so they don't be a statistic. You set your kids up so they can be in a better position.
Exactly.
You set your kids up so they don't have to depend on anybody else.
Give me one second. I'm about to show y'all better than I can tell you. Who told you to get in that shirt? You just sit here and got kicked back.
On behalf of Mr. Glow, don't let that blanket fall no more.
What you say? You're gonna step in for Mr. Glow on his behalf?
Yeah, because I don't need him getting out here tripping.
Girl, look, he gonna ban her from the internet. Talking about, hold up, what you doing with my goodies being displayed?
Yeah, she got up and walked off camera one time, and they went crazy in the comments.
Y'all, this is the one I'm already using. This my babies. No. Tim, you talking about we need to worry? No, my brother, you can take notes from my 12-year-old. He can teach you how to get a bag, and you ain't got to get it from a woman.
They need to come out with some dental products to help
his teeth yellow.
His parents.
Tim teeth like this, y'all.
The U-line yellow?
U-line yellow. U-line yellow. That's Tim teeth. Look, Renee up there patching her teeth together. They just a hot mess. She said dentist. Hold on, so let me go. Y'all, it's crazy how he talks and everything he's saying. As we go, I'm clocking him. Boy, bye. Brene looked like she might have gun disease. She keep on patching that stuff up like that. You can die from, your teeth. In the exact moment where she was speaking on your marriage, let me see, hold on. Okay, Okay, she said, again, I felt betrayed and I felt like, wow. Kira, you really got manipulated in that friendship. She was never your friend. Boom. Didn't I say that? And if you could, I'm sorry, I cut you off. Yeah, never in my life. I'm such a genuine person. Never in my life have I ever been so betrayed in my life. Never. I would give this girl my last. I would have, and you're sitting here using what I confided in you to attack me and my family. Not only did you come for me, you came for my kids. In my eyes, I have no respect for anybody that does that. As a human being, it seems like you're a disgrace, and I don't appreciate that. But I have no choice but to pray for you and love you because you need more love than I've ever got. Wow. Did y'all hear Kira? She said Brene needs love. And she feels sorry for her and she will pray for her.
If I was Lakeisha, I'd have put my head underneath the bench because it starts there.
And so
Yes, your child is looking for love in all
the wrong places. I said that too. I have no choice but to pray for you, and I love you because you need more love than I ever got. Now, Miss Montague, was this after that date of separation? Yes. She said, was this after the date of separation? And she said, yes. Okay, and she posted this video after your date of separation. Yes. However, I was still married. I didn't even have a divorce filed yet. Her divorce wasn't filed yet. And let me ask you this. About how many times has the defendant posted about your marriage online? All 2024, all 2025. Hold the front door. We're not talking about the same Renee that's getting bullied, right? That Tim and her mama wrote a whole biography and like, leave my baby alone. Y'all don't know people's mental health is really being bothered here. Jesus Christ. Not Miss Sister Mary Clarence and Yellow Teeth Timmy. No, I know y'all got to be kidding me. I know he didn't do a video, and your then wife, now ex-wife, has been spoken about all 2024 and all 2025 thanks to you and Brene. Hypocrites. It was the whole 2 years. Thank y'all so much. Make sure y'all share the live. Share the live, get your daily hearts, and tap, tap, tap. Please continue to tap for me, y'all. And then the more we buckle up. We'll be back tomorrow around the same time. I might do 2 segments depending on how tomorrow goes. We'll figure it out tomorrow. Thank y'all so much. Okay, I'm gonna turn them off for a minute because I get into these comments, boy. They done pissed me off. Hold on.
Y'all know she be getting sidetracked.
I gotta turn them off. You turn them off, Nikki. Okay, so question. What was she saying? She was mentioning how I was so miserable, how I wasn't happy, how Tim wasn't happy, how I wanted to kick my feet up because I actually believed in his dream. It was a dream. He wanted to go to the NFL, and as a supportive wife, I'll support your dreams. It's not about whether I believe in you or not. I want to see you win regardless. So she mentioned that. She mentioned my financial issues that I had in my marriage. I mean, the whole ins and outs of my personal life. And she mentioned financial issues. Akira said, yes. She mentioned like how you'll see in another video, she could basically buy him anything that he wanted. She knew that with him going through school and me now in school, the finances were in trouble because we also had some debts we had to pay off. And Attorney Robin said, and before the date of separation, how much were you making? She said, I was making $15 an hour. And the defendant said she could buy your husband in the other video. She said, yes. She can buy him anything, the moon, the stars, Jupiter, whatever he wanted. He could have whatever he wanted. Stars as well. She said, yes. She said, you can have whatever he liked. Publishing continues. Miss Jones, now pause. Why do you want to keep the last name? I birthed 2 children with this last name. My kids are 6 and 4. They are in the process of learning how to spell their names, first, middle, and last. They're learning our addresses and phone numbers. They're learning the same for my mother and me. If I change my last name, it would not just affect them. Say they get kidnapped. They wouldn't be able to tell what's mama's name is. This is what they know me as. This is what I'll always be. I will always be a Montague because I worked hard for that name. I worked hard to get a ring. I worked hard to maintain a marriage. I worked hard to bring 2 kids into this world. That name is my name, and it will always be my name. Exhibit 388. Yes. Where do you recognize this video from? This is a TikTok from Renee profile, one of her many TikTok profiles. Plaintiff's Exhibit 388 published to the jury. Now, you said the defendant gets paid from posting things online? She said yes. And if you know about how many videos does she post online, she posts too many videos for me to count. She posts from what I'm getting tagged in. It seems like she posts 50 videos a day. Damn, 50 videos. God damn. 50 videos a day. Yeah, she was able to profit from it. Sorry. Ms. Kennard, objection. She was able to profit from the videos. Ms. Kennard, objection. She doesn't know. The court, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to excuse you to the jury room just briefly. I apologize for this, but we'll be right back with you. Please do not discuss the case. So they're discussing, what Akira is saying, that Renee is profiting from the videos that she posts. And Renee tried to say, Miss Montague don't know. We know. Everybody know you're profiting off of TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. We know. The court, let the record reflect that the jury has left the courtroom. All right, counsel and Miss Bernard. Before we start the trial, I said from the bench that we would, we would bifurcate the issue of punitive damages and that there would be no evidence regarding the defendant's assets or financial conditions in the first phase. I said that sort of because that's usually how these cases go. I look back at the statute, North Carolina General Statute 2030, which says that the bifurcations shall be upon the defendant's motion. There was no motion from the defendant. There was also no issue regarding punitives in the plaintiff's counsel's pretrial order proposed issues. So I'm a little unclear as to where we stand on any claim there may be for punitive damages. That's why I sent the jury out. Ms. Jones, I'll hear from you first, or Mr. Hands. So he's basically saying like they're trying to figure out like the punitive damages, but it has to be submitted a proper way, and it wasn't submitted early on, and it was submitted in like right before court started. So when I say all of that, when they were saying Renee didn't get a fair trial, I want you to keep in mind like how the judge was still trying to help Renee along the way. He was for what was right. He had no dog in this fight. He was just there to do a job, listen, and make sure everybody is following, everything that is legal that's going on, and make sure that the jury gets the right information so they can make their ruling. So with that being said, let me tell y'all, I'm on Mr. Hands. Yes, Your Honor. I guess it was just to show your damages in general is as far as so we're asking testimony for emotional distress, and tied to that was that she, from her late knowledge of knowing that when you have to have a certain amount of followers, there's a profit that is made. So they're trying to lay the basis down on why that was initiated into the courts. On social media, and that can contribute to the emotional distress. Like was said in the opening, the theme of profiting off of my tears can add to the distress. So minus punitive damages, and then the court. All right, so that issue aside. Yes, Your Honor. Punitive aside, all right, I follow you. Ms. Kennard, anything you want to say on this? Ms. Kennard, she says, I guess I'm just a little, this is how Renee was like, yeah, Your Honor, I guess I'm just unclear about when you said, or when they're saying that that's adding to, as far as the punitive damages, where they're saying that because I posted a video that would equal her distress. So I'm not understanding what do that me posting a video that some of the videos that she is in has to do with her distress. Like I'm just confused. So the court, well, as the issue compensatory damages, if any. As you know, it's not what the defendant has, it's what the plaintiff lost. But I follow your argument, Mr. Hands, about how the evidence relates to that. So I'm going to allow it. The defendant's objection is noted but overruled. So he noted that she objected, but he overruled, meaning they can continue to lay the foundation. Let's bring the jury back in. So the jury came back in, and Ms. Kennard said, "Thank you, Your Honor." Mr. Hands, "Thank you, Your Honor." Jury enters the courtroom at 10:41 a.m. Y'all, did y'all see what time we started to 10:41? This is like where it's been going on. What's been going on? All right, folks. Thank you for your patience. You all good. Anybody need water? You good? All right. This the judge asking them, do they need water? So I'm going to take me a water break. I do, Judge. I love me some water. The objection is overruled. Ms. Jones, the witness is still with you. You need me to repeat the question? Yes. And your children were in the video. Do you know if the defendant was able to profit off these videos? She said yes. As a content creator, they do make profit off of activity on their pages. Okay, we're going to turn to Exhibit 389. Plaintiff's Exhibit 389 published for the jury. I know the audio was low, but did you hear what the defendant said? She said yes. What did she say? She said, "I don't know why you all making it about Tim, but he's worth it." Who is Tim? Tim is Timothy Montague, my then husband. Now, was this posted by the defendant? Yes. Before or after your date of separation? She said after. Seeing this video, how did it make you feel? Saying that Tim is worth everything worth everything that's been going on as far as removing the children away from their father is insane to me. I don't see how that's worth it. You tore a family apart. So when I say double things, sometimes they have like a little space in it, and then because they're saying they're trying to gather the person that's on the in the box. They're trying to, which is Akira. She's up. And she's trying to get her words together, so it may have like a little space or something. So I have to say it multiple times. I'm going by what I read. Ms. Kennard, objection, Your Honor. Hearsay. He said overruled. You broke at home by Ms. Jones. Whose home did she break? She broke my home, my children's home, Timothy's home. My kids are now another statistic. And you said this was posted where? On TikTok? This is a screen recording. Oh, excuse me, not TikTok. This is Snapchat of her screen recording her profile. As you can see, her name is at the top corner. Now, at that time, this video was posted. Who had custody of the minor children? She said, I did. And when you indicated that you had to provide for the minor children, she said, yes. You had to provide for them after the date of separation? She said, yes. Ms. Kennard, objection, Your Honor, relevance, overruled. I don't think Renee knew when to object. And so Akira, yes, I had to provide everything for them. I don't really know how to say this, but she took him away. And when she took him away, she didn't just take him from me, she took him from his kids. When he went to the other side, which is with her, he neglected his kids emotionally, financially, and she said emotionally, financially, and emotionally. And if you could tell the court about how many videos did she post discussing Mr. Montague on social media, her content now is all about Tim and what Tim and Princess are going to do. Princess is what she calls my daughter. And yeah, that's what the content is now. My pain and how to antagonize me. What, if anything, do you feel about the defendant discussing your marriage online? I'm truly disgusted. Not only did I lose my husband, but I lost somebody that I consider a close friend. The two that I confided in about just about everything are the two that betrayed me. and to talk about my feelings, my so-called mental health, my kids' life, my financials, and like all of my emotions online is sickening. They're very evil in my eyes. But like I said, I have no choice but to love the enemy and hope that they receive as much love as I did growing up. Not in this life. They wanted, she wanted, she wanted what I had, and now she has it. Prior to the defendant posting about your marital issues online, did you ever discuss your relationship on social media? She said, I never discussed my relationship on social media. Like I said, I'm a private person. I don't even talk to my mom about my relationships. All my mom really knew, oh, Akira is pregnant with one. Akira is pregnant with two. That's really it. Or Tim was in school. She didn't know if I asked for money. She didn't know the extent of what it was for. She knew who I needed it for, but never any deep details about anything. So no, I never talked about my relationship online, my marriage, none of that online. Miss Jones, Your Honor, may I approach the witness? He said, you may. May the record reflect I'm showing the defendant what is marked Exhibit 391. May I approach the witness, Your Honor? The judge said, yes, ma'am. Do you recognize what is labeled as Exhibit 391? She said, yes, I do. And what is it? She said, this is a video that Kennard, I believe, she posted this on YouTube of my family and Devin's home, the marital home around Christmas time. And you said the defendant posted it online. Hey.
I got hogged down by a Rottweiler today.
For real?
Yo.
Excuse me, y'all.
Mama, when I tell you, I just get out. They put me on a new route too. All curbside. You finna smell it on me.
What you got for me? You finna pull something out for me? You got me some?
Oh no, just grab me something to drink.
No, I wish I would have known y'all. Who? What's this? Oh, you gave me some change. Yeah. You gave me some more, boy.
You getting paid soon, so.
Aww.
I'm off the next 2 days, so I'm tripping. Yeah, it's
Oh, thank you, son.
I dropped the ball. That ain't for you, dog.
Yeah, my son. I'm telling. Let me look. Look now. I told y'all I got a good son now, didn't I? He keeps his mama. Look, they say I have to tell him he don't know. My son is not a social media person.
I am.
He in the background. He said,
yeah, I'm more of a background person.
yeah, he in the background. They said I had fake my Balenciaga sweater on. They said, what do you? They said I wore fake stuff.
Play with your mama, not mine.
Yeah, I heard him. He said, play with your mama, not mine. I don't have to. The men in my life spoil me. What?
Yeah, so I'm squatting for the fire, bro. Look, Rottweiler, but he on the leash. I was like, oh, cool, no problem. Boom,
He don't care
boom,
no
boom, boom. I hear a snap. I took off.
He said a Rottweiler was out there.
Mama, I hopped in the truck, closed. I started driving. I looked at
They didn't get their mail?
Oh, they got their package.
Oh, okay.
But I left my scanner.
Oh, you had to go back?
So I'm driving. I see him hawking me down. I said, bet. I spun the block twice. Came back. He had a Samoan owner. This is the first time I ever seen a full-grown Rottweiler get manhandled.
Oh.
The man picked him up by the back of the neck, and he was just scolding him as he was walking home. So me being the petty son that you raised, I came back. I grabbed my scanner. I looked at Rottweiler dead in his eyes, and I scanned it again. He was mad at me. Mother, you can't be mad at me because you saw another.
Yeah, he gave me a little change today. He probably gave me something to go give me something to eat later because I told him I want to give me some kind of rice at this Mongolian spot. So I got my Mongolian. I don't never have to, y'all. Mama don't never have to go in her while and her men take care of her.
She got the mic in remote control.
Hold on.
You got to have
He's
it.
saying the remote control is in the blanket, Grady.
I know what. He said to him, look,
He's not trying to take the blanket. He's trying to get in control within the
He
blanket.
talked about it up there.
Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find the remote. Mama, let me see that. Y'all see that?
I knew you were gonna give it
Where's
back.
the remote?
I'm sorry. You wanna do me.
You. We're not doing this. Stop. Go on somewhere.
It's lying.
Letha ain't getting on y'all, so while we on pause, y'all gotta tap the screen.
Y'all, excuse me. I'm trying to find. She didn't let me. Took the remote.
My bad. Tap it, it's clapping. Let's get her to not even 150, let's do 200K.
I didn't even know you had left. Okay, y'all. They're gonna have to figure that out. Hold on. I got it. I know I probably will. I'm tripping. Huh? Here. Y'all gotta find a silver one too. Huh?
Where's that other shower curtain you was talking about?
Once they brought it upstairs, did you see it? I'm sorry, y'all. They have to find. Look, we got somebody to be like to move stuff. You sit it down, it'll be gone. So, back to who is mommy? Mommy had questions, and then once we get them down, we gonna drop back down. Oh, hey, mommy. Who pulled them up?
I don't know. She came up here because she had a question.
She had a question. She didn't say nothing.
She never said nothing.
Maybe she was waiting on me to come back. Mommy, if you hear and you have a question next time I open up the comments, because I'm about to close the comment. Tim is looking for a mommy because he didn't have that grown up member. Mom was locked up. We're gonna have to take a deep dive on that one. Okay. Let me see. Y'all turn the comments out for me. Yeah, his mom has been. She a jailbird. She a jailbird. Somebody said they didn't know Tim mom was got locked up. Did some time. Y'all didn't see how big she was? She was big. She was real big. Okay. So we're here at Exhibit 391. Yes, I do. What is it? This video is a video that Kennard, I believe, she posted on YouTube of my family, Devin. We read that. Okay, so their marital home and around Christmas time. And she said the defendant posted it online. They said yes. Is it relevant to your testimony? She said yes. Are you familiar with the real video? She said yes. Is it? The exhibit looked at in relevant time. So basically they're asking her in real time, are you familiar with this specific video? Because it was around Christmas time. She said yes. Okay, is it fairly accurately depict the real thing as it looked at the relevant time? She said yes. So she wants Akira to strongly confirm that nothing's been altered. So that's the thing, because mind you, old boy, he keeps saying stuff was altered. He wants to say nothing's real or nothing like that. Him and Short Bus Caleb. She said yes. And will it help aid your testimony today? She said yes. Miss Jones, your honor, the plaintiff asked for Exhibit 391 to be admitted into evidence. I have shown I have shown the defendant as well. So basically, she just just making sure, like when she's entering in Exhibit 391 evidence, 391 piece of evidence already has been submitted, and that's on day 2. I have shown the defendant as well. So the court, any objections? Ms. Kennard, no, Your Honor. The court, it's admitted. Ms. Jones, may I publish it to the jury? The court, you may publish. Thank you, Your Honor. That was Robinetta B. Jones, attorney at law. As you sit here now, who is in the still shot of the video? You might not recognize him, but that's Devin. He lost a lot of weight. And then that's Kennard. You might not recognize her because she has a different wig on. A different wig on. And who was Devin to her again? Devin was her spouse. Okay. Plaintiff's Exhibit 391 published to the jury. You were in this video? She said, yes, I was on the couch under the cover. And what did you say at the beginning of this video? Oh, let me read and then I'll. Timothy and I were just talking like days prior, sometime prior to the video, about how we wanted to renew our vows because we have a 5-year anniversary coming up. We didn't get to have a big wedding, so we said for our 5-year we would do a micro wedding with the ones that we love. And in the video, I said to them, I said, hey, who is them? Them, Devin and Brene. I said, hey, you guys are invited to our wedding, celebrating 5 years. Then the plaintiff's Exhibit 391 published to the jury. Who was that on the couch? That was me. Who was in the background? Bailey and Jacoby playing around with Rambo. Video continuous. Who is that in the video? They said the little big head girl is Bailey. And then the one behind her is Jacoby. Me and Timothy kids. Video continues. In the video, your children were around the defendant? She said yes. How often were the children around her? All the time. When Bailey was in, around the time Bailey was born, after, I think maybe when she was just a few months, because I was still breastfeeding. Kennard would be the one to babysit her because I had just got them enrolled in daycare, but they couldn't start yet. So she was helping me while I went to work. So she's been around the kids since Kobe had turned 2, and that's when we really got close. That's when I really brought her around the kids. So y'all remember this video? Akira was in the couch, like she was sitting. It was like she was sitting on fire, but she was on a couch, and Brene was filming them. But she was filming, and they were in the background, right? And so as they were in the background, Akira said, "Hey, Brene, y'all can come to our 5-year anniversary." And did y'all see how Brene looked? The eyes, she got like, yeah, right, there ain't gonna be no 5-year. She gave a whole little smog look. Did y'all remember that, New Money and Letha? Y'all remember that video?
Sure did. Yeah.
It's a cold world we living in, baby. This lady been around those kids ever since Jacoby was 2 years old and Bailey was being breastfed. And you sat here deliberately and plotted to destroy their marriage. And you did. And you did. You dirty hoe. Dirty. Now, can you turn, she said, got close. That's when I really brought her around the kids. Now, can you turn with me in the text messages binder page 251 through 265. And when you get there, it's at the beginning. Can you tell the court if you recognize these exhibits? She said, yes, these are messages from my phone with Kennard in 2021. Okay, if you look on 252, is your name in the message? She said, is my name? Yes. How do you know these are your messages with Miss Kennard? I'm telling her literally, hey, is this Miss Mayo? This is Akira. And she confirmed, yes, this is her. Okay, are these messages relevant to your testimony? She said, yes. Are you familiar with these messages? She said, yes, I am. Will these messages look how they looked at the relevant time? She said, yes. So, boom. The text messages are entering into the fold. And so basically, Renee, you remember online they were saying, oh, those are fake text messages. Okay, so they received the messages from the company. So they're going to be broken down and they're going to look a little funnier than, they're not going to be like regular text messages. Like if we're texting two iPhones, or it'll be blue and blue or green and blue. It's not going to be like that. It's going to be like a transcript type. And it has their stuff, but it was submitted by Apple, the legal side of Apple. So Kayla, she's so special and she's so slow. She thinks she know everything. She needs to go back to school. She needs to get in somebody trade and fix pipes or something like that, because she looked like she a pipe fixer, so that's something she need to focus on instead of worrying about Apple. Because baby, you don't know nothing about any type of legal nor judicial system. Because what you talking about, some yeah, you know how big Apple company is, girl, shut up and go have several seats and get back in that basement. She said, I'm telling her literally, hey, is this Miss Mayo? This is Akira. And she said, yes, blah, blah, blah. I think this is her. Okay. And are the messages relevant to the testimony? She said, yes. Are you familiar with these messages? She said, yes, I am. Will those messages look how they look at the relevant time? She said, yes. She said, that you text her? She said, yes. This message fairly and accurately depict the real things as they look in relevant time. Yes. And will it help aid your testimony today? She said, yes. Miss Jones, Your Honor, plaintiff would like for 251 exhibit 265 to be admitted. The court. Any objection? Kennard. No, Your Honor. They admitted 251 through 265. Miss Jones, thank you. Your Honor, may I publish them to the jury as well? You may. Let me know when you're ready. Akira, I'm ready. Now, when you did your friendship start, she said, now, when did your friendship start with Renee? Excuse me, Miss Kennard. It started in 2020. Like, that's when we really got close. But she was around when Kobe was a baby, and Kobe was born in 2019. And when did you text her? August 8, 2021, to the right, just the first message? Hey, is this Miss Mayo? It's Akira. Okay, and can you turn with me to 264, exhibit 264? And if you start, okay, let's start at 263. My apologies. Just flip the page over to the beginning of the messages. March 4th, 2024 at 10:35 p.m. Did you text the defendant? She said, yes, I did. And why did you text her? I text her because I wanted I wanted a clear understanding of like everything that was going on. Yes, Timothy was giving me answers about everything as far as the affair, but it had a lot of gaps in it. And the only other person that I know that could fill the gaps was Brene. And you text her, I don't want bad blood between us. Why did you text her that? Yes, I'm not an evil person. My mom did a pretty good job raising me. And she always said, you never ever want to have animosity between you and another person. You never want to leave on bad terms. You just want to make sure you have respect. You still have respect. So when I say bad blood, I'm not a confrontational person. I will I will be if I would be if I have to defend myself, but I don't like conflict. I'm not like my family. I will try to talk it out with you to get an understanding before I make any moves. Let me tell y'all something. That Akira auntie, the Muslim lady, the lady y'all heard that night on that hopped on BG Live, that was Akira's auntie. She's Muslim. Akira auntie is no joke. She got off 2 murder charges, y'all. The lady, one with a machete. She threw and hit the man and got off. And got off. She got off, y'all. She got off. After I read this page, I'm gonna turn the comments on so y'all can comment. Before I make any moves, what are you trying to talk about with me with the defendant? I was trying to get an understanding of her and Timothy's relationship. Okay, and if you look at the top of the page when she texts you, scroll up. Who texts you? She said, Brene, excuse me? Who was texting on the left side so the court knows? Kennard. And what does she call your children? She calls them her niece and nephew sometimes. Sometimes she calls them her god babies. What did she say exactly in these messages? Okay, yes. Let them know how I have my 2 god babies and we just wanted to come and see and check on you guys. And who would come and see and check on you? She said she has like, I don't know how many, but she has a bunch of other god kids. So I guess she was talking about them and Devin coming. Okay. And we're going to go to exhibit 264 now. Who is texting on the right side and who is texting on the left? She said, I'm the one that's saying we can meet at your place. And she's the one that's saying, can we meet probably which is either later this week or next week? Second line, you said, are you and Tim a thing? Did you ask her that? She said, yes, I did. She said, okay. And did you have any knowledge that she was with your husband? She said, no, I did not. As far as like relationship wise, no, I did not know anything. I didn't even know if he was actually in her presence either at that moment. Okay. And then you text her, hey, I take it you don't want to meet anymore. She said yes. Why didn't you text her that? Because she stopped responding. And then I tried to call. My thing is, if we supposed to be friends and all of that, and I say that, hey, we need to talk, I do expect you to want to work things out to try to save a friendship. She said, okay. Now let's scroll down to March 5th and April 4th. Can you read those messages for the court? She said March 5th to 4th, April 4th. March 5th, 2024. We don't have to link. It's okay. Have a nice day. So even with you not being clear on her relationship with the defendant, excuse me, with Mr. Montague, yes. You told her to have a nice day. She said yes. You were respectful in these messages. She said yes. Okay, can you go to me? Can you go to me for April 4th, 2024? What did you text her on? What did you text her at 8:54 p.m.? I clearly stated that she is a weirdo for being with her husband's cousin. I said you can cook his little breakfast on your PJs all you want. You can, and stay away from my kids. And what did you say on April 14th? I told you once. I'm going to tell you again. Stay away from my kids. I mean it. And she responded. How did she respond to you on the left side. She told me she spelled my name wrong. Akira, stop texting my phone. Akira, stop texting my phone because you don't remember where you wanted me to be. The godmother of your children. Stop acting like your children are in any harm or danger, bro. Get out my phone. Get out my phone with all this BS. BS means bullshit. Y'all. Turn the comments on. Can y'all turn the comments on or I gotta turn them on? Okay, you turn them on.
Renee's so scary. You talk all that crap behind this camera, but you really ain't want it with that girl. She really didn't want it with Akira.
But why are you sitting up here pretending that you really love those kids? I feel like she wanted to use the kids to help to hurt Akira. Meaning like some of the details of different things she did, Renee didn't have to be there. Renee should have told the truth. That was her time to tell the truth about everything. When that lady said, I wanted, and when I say that lady, I'm talking about Akira. When Akira came to her woman to woman and texted, hey, let's meet up face to face, Renee was a coward. She's a coward. Tim is a coward. They are coward people, cowardly people. And if you bold enough to sleep with my husband in my house, you bold enough to have a conversation and woman enough to have a conversation.
Exactly. If you're sleeping with my husband, you should be bold enough to get whatever I say to you. If I call you all kind of bees and hoes and fat this and fat that,
You
should be able
deserve
to
it.
stand the smoke.
Yeah.
You deserve it.
But this lady is coming, she coming to you and woman to woman. She was like, Barbara, this is Shirley. Let's have a conversation to face. And let me tell you this though. I believe, and this is just my belief, I believe Akira was playing nice on that phone to get Renee where she wanted. She was trying to play nice. So meaning like she was trying to wheel her in hopes that they did miss and then rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat on her. That's how I feel. But Renee was so scary because she felt like she was big chested, because she had Tim and then the kids was with Tim at one point. So she thought she had it going on. But she wasn't scared. She was scared of that ass whooping. And I wish they would have got caught up in that house. And I think Akira would have lost her mind up in there.
She definitely was scared. Renee's all bark. And
Nobody.
And I feel like if she was, my thing with Renee is if I'm woman enough to sleep with your husband, I should be woman enough to step to you and face to face. Why you was bold enough to do what you was doing, so you should be bold enough to step to the right.
That's right.
Don't be scared.
She's scared. That's how Akira got them charges, because she's scared. They about their business. Akira, look. Akira got it in her to be like her. Her auntie don't play. Y'all gotta remember, Akira is like one of the only girls in their family. She's the youngest ones. Now is Bailey. But it's a lot. I'm gonna bring somebody else to ask the question. It's a lot. Their family is very close. And they don't play the piano about Akira or those kids. And her auntie said,
Renee must don't know that about the auntie, because I couldn't even see you playing with that lady.
That lady was outside smoking. Look.
She yoked up to your mama. That should have been enough for you.
Hey, E baby. Yeah, her mom about that life too. But Akira wasn't. I don't know if E-Baby, something wrong with her, so she might have to drop down. Yeah, yes, they are. They are. Don't let them red bottoms fool you. And then Auntie,
Anytime you snatch somebody up out their shoes, you are nothing to play with.
nothing. That's why she tried to come the next day with some tennis shoes on. She tried to come up with like some Nikes. I said, what did she got on today? She Nike'd out, y'all. She was Nike out. It was too late. Akira Auntie came with her attire still on, never changed, nothing. It's just, let me see if we got somebody else want to ask. When I tell you it was funny, the shit was funny. It was funny. I told Taddy how you had to sit your, they made you sit down. Hey Diva.
Hello, good evening, panel. I had to pull over my car from driving to work. I've been listening to a couple of the panels, and I'm glad, I will say this, I'm glad Akira didn't stomp a mud hole in her ass because she learned to play checkers instead of chess. Because I believe that if she had done that and beat the shit out of her, as probably many of us would have done, that would have been a reason for Tim to say, take her kids. And that's what he knows will hurt her, is taking her children. Because any man that sits on a panel sits in court and says, I don't like you, I've never liked you, and all these things, is crazy. But you want to put another baby in her because he wanted to get her stuck, or he thought she was going to be stuck. Because if you look at Akira now, she's glowing. She's happy. But I do have a question for you guys. My one question, and I don't know if it was brought up in court or not, I remember Renee making a post saying Devin married her and he said it was a joke and all of these things. Was that brought up? Because I'm looking and listening and like, how do you sit and look at this man that you say loves you, but supposedly you were a jump off, you married his cousin, you know that he slept with your sister. How does that work?
I mean, here's the thing. When it came, I'm glad you asked that question. It wouldn't pertain in this case. He wasn't asked that. That didn't come up in court. I can tell you that did not come up in court. It would be more significant in his court hearing than this one, if that makes any sense, because this is about Akira.
It does. Right.
But I will say this: Devin did say that he married her as a joke. And he said that because that was like his wall, something to hurt her, like after all the stuff she had just did and what has been doing with Tim. Mm-hmm. That's why he said that. It was meant to hurt her because she was known as the Pop-Tart. Her and her sister was known as the Pop-Tarts. They popped that all the way around. And to be honest, think about it. Tim was sleeping with that girl. He was sleeping with Corinne, and once upon a time, he was sleeping with Corinne and Renee. He's had both sisters, right?
Right.
Okay. So, with that being said, why would you want your cousin to enter in something, and you know how that man felt and how you got her originally because of him? And
right.
You end up talking to her then. So I feel like Tim pimped her out.
Yeah. I mean, my conspiracy theory is that Tim saw what Renee had. He wanted it. He thought he could have a sister wife because, as we see, Akira is finding her voice. She's speaking now. Like, you see some of her posts, you're like, ooh. Where they thought that Devin and Akira were just meek and mild and crazy. And thank God for you guys being boots on the ground because we would have never known, right? So you're bringing it to the forefront, which I love. But they thought they were just going to go away quietly. He was going to play this game. I believe Tim was going to take all of Renee's money and still play with Corinne because she's quiet. She wasn't going to say nothing. and make, Akira feel like, no, I wasn't doing Brene like that. I mean, I wasn't sleeping with her, because Akira believed, like she said, she believed everything her husband told her. Like, so, but it backfired on him, and he didn't get that right. So now Akira gonna take all their money and have a good time with it.
But you know why it backfired?
Everything.
Do you know why it backfired? It backfired because Brene wanted it out. She wanted it to be known. That's why she kept filming. She kept filming. He refused. Have y'all not noticed that Tim refuses to say, yeah, y'all, Brene filmed. He would not, he would not, he is yet to admit, he's saying everybody but Brene is putting this out on the internet.
That is true.
The internet wouldn't even know about Tim, Renee, Akira, Devin, and all if it wasn't for Brene.
That timeline is all over the place.
Yeah,
so he was with Brene first.
And I think
and then he got to sleeping with Corinne.
So yeah, he went from Brene to Corinne to
that's nasty.
Brene. And I think he bounced back and forth with those twins,
which is crazy. And if I think, and I'll get off the panel after I say this, Corinne, her mama, and the rest of them need to be quiet, because if Corinne keep popping out, because if you see her stuff now, her mouth is just reckless. I said they gonna start digging into you, and I said I think what they fail to realize is that Akira has backing. She has backing from her family, and now she has backing from folks on the internet, because all of us have gone through whatever we've gone through, right? So I don't think they thought she was going to have so much love coming towards her. And now it is starting to be like, oh shit, we made a mistake. But if Corinne don't keep her mouth shut, all her business about to be out there too. And then it's going to be a holy mess. But I thank y'all. I've been following this. Like I said, I had to pull over from work, because just like I think a lot of other people, like, you got the stuff in your face, and it angers you, where it's like, girl, this is in your face. You just can't be quiet and go away. Like, if Tim leaves you, you are still left with this debt. You can't get a car, you can't get a house, you can't get a job, you can't get these things because you let some eggplant take it all from you of what you built. It's insane. Ain't no eggplant worth all this. Not 1.2 million or whatever.
Y'all, let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you something. He ain't even got the egg for the plant.
Ooh, glow. Oh yeah, you guys got to see the picture. Oh Lord. Okay. Again, well, thank you. I hope you guys have a happy holiday, and that you are also, making sure you're taking care of yourselves as well, because I know it's a lot. Because I see all the other stuff that comes and how people are coming at you, which is just crazy.
I'm gonna tell you, it don't really. You know what's crazy is they're just reaching, like picking for straws when it comes to, especially like me, Barbie, BG, Monet. Let me tell you something. Everybody with boots on the ground, we're good. Like, I don't know what they want. Like, they saying all this stuff that's not true. Tim is wishing he had a life. Trust me, he's trying to get the life that I have. And meaning, like, love, you better check my resume. You better Google me. You better Google me. Google me and mine.
Imagine being this young and you didn't pay for some PP that you in debt for.
Girl, the PP ain't been. That look. Y'all, it ain't look like a shriveled up sweet potato. A shriveled up sweet potato. He should be ashamed. He should be ashamed. And the bigger he get, I bet it shrink a little bit more, like a little bit of what the little canned not sardines, but the Vienna sausages.
Vienna sausages. Oh,
I said this the other day on whoever panel I was on. I was like, I will wake up every day hating him. I was spitting his face, his food. I would be trying to take Tim out. Like,
what's that movie with Tyler Perry? The lady let him drown.
Yes, I would be trying to take
Akira at the table. Something happened to Tim. Akira at the table saying, "Mama,
Tina gone.
Mama." They said, "No." They left him in his wheelchair pissing everywhere.
Yes.
And he was deserving of that. Y'all have a wonderful evening. I'm gonna drop down.
Thank
You
you.
too.
Thank you.
I'm gonna try to drown him out in the tub and everything.
Yes, it's. Oh, she got to drop down. Hold on. Okay. Yes, all that. Christina's gone. Christina took the money. Christina's gone, y'all.
Then she said, Christina. You gave her all the money in the bank.
And she took, look, that might be Brene. Timothy is gone. Him and the kids in Rambo. They gone.
I think, me personally, I really think that they already started garnishing her money.
You think that's why they coming? They doing? I don't know. Mm-hmm. Do you think that's why they're?
Yeah, because Tim never speak up for Brene. You gotta.
But you know what? Tim can get ready because we ain't done. We not even done. We not even done with Tim.
The mother never really speaked up for Brene. The brother coming out. The brother wasn't even involved with this nonsense.
The sister-in-law coming out.
Wasn't involved. I really think that.
No, because father, what you said, the father made the video. What video her daddy made? Feather. Okay, no, because Feather made the video. They trying to have a Christmas. What do the lonely do at Christmas? Because there got to be a lonely, sad, broke Christmas. You about to come into 2026 on over $1.75 million. Not including what Devin finna hit on you. That's a whole nother bill. This relationship has ran you a tab. This relationship, like you got a Kira bill, you got a cyber stalking charge, you have equitable distribution, Tim has court. What I'm missing something. Something else. It's something else. But this is expensive. This is expensive little Vienna sausage.
All I know is that
y'all, it's like this. It's probably like a little bit bigger than this. Hold on, let me see.
Renee's gonna need counseling after this.
You must like them short and thick.
Girl, she pretended, honey. Ain't nothing real about that.
She definitely pretended. She definitely. And you know what? I think personally, she genuinely cared about Devin. Me personally, I think she genuinely cared about Devin. Because he let her be.
I don't think she really cared about I don't really, and I could be wrong. But, from what I'm gathering, it can't be genuine that she cared about Devin. You know why? The way she did Devin and how she tried to embarrass Devin. Even if you're going through a divorce, the way you went about the divorce was really messed up. I never believed that she loved Devin, not one bit. You said your chest.
You might be right.
I don't believe she loved Devin. Why would you, if you love Devin, even though you want to break up with him and y'all go y'all separate ways, why would you record where he's sleeping at? Try to look where he's sleeping at. Evil.
If I was her follower, I'd be like, how does it feel that you gotta give Akira money and start laughing? I bet she wouldn't like that.
Akira don't want no payment plan. And Akira don't care about Brene bills. Let's say, mind you, Tim just called Akira broke. They call her broke. She ain't got nothing. So, he enjoying this little bit of time. Akira don't want to negotiate. She want her money. Just give me my money. Because when she told y'all to leave her alone, y'all forced her hand for this. Now she's standing on business and ain't letting up. So she don't care what you talking about or how you talking. She want her money. She want her money. That's it. That's all. Because y'all playing with her. Let's see who this person is.
She can't. If I was, she can't say she can't be. The Kara can't be that broke when she took care of your broke behind.
Hey,
she obviously wasn't
hold on,
that
Letha.
broke.
Hold on, Letha. TC Lovable. Oh, they dropped down. They ran real quick. They probably did by accident. She just want her money, and Devin ain't playing either because I'm gonna tell you, she was financially abusing him. That is a crime.
Yeah.
Huh? She financially abused her husband. And she hid money. And Devin was left to pay everything. So now she has to come up with something. She gonna give him something. She ain't finna walk away thinking she ain't finna give him a dime. She that's out. And she was cheating too with his cousin. Come on now. Come on now. That's so Raven.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey.
So I just want to say this. Hey, how everybody doing?
All right.
I don't like all the people that make it seem like Devin's in the wrong for suing her. Like, this girl hid thousands of dollars from this man. He was paying all the bills thinking that she wasn't really making that much from social media. He just feel like she was doing it because it was a passion of hers. He supported his woman. He paying the bills. You know the girl can't cook. She can't clean nothing. Come on now. We can see how she keep her home.
He went to work and came home and couldn't clean.
Thank you. Come on now. Like, let's keep it real, and he paid all the bills. So him wanting money that she hid from him during their marriage, that's not a bad thing, because if the shoe's on the other foot, y'all be like, yeah, girl, go get your money.
Sure would.
You know that nigga owe you money. You entitled to that money. So why is it bad that he's doing it? This girl's making 30 grand. He didn't even know.
Didn't even have a clue.
Exactly. Why everybody so mad that this man want his money?
Well, I don't think on this side of TikTok with me that they mad. They want Devin to get all his money.
Get all that money.
Get all of your money. Just get all your money because it's well deserved.
If you ask me, she was
Because it's that whole double standard.
How is it double standard? Is she making money off of Devin and Devin don't know about it, but you making money off of Timmy? You taking Devin money that he made content with you with and gave it to Tim.
No, I'm saying it's a double standard of what she said about people mad about Devin wanting his money. Yeah,
they said only side chicks mad. Only side chicks
mad, yeah. But that man deserved every bit of what he gonna get from her.
He did what he was supposed to do. Yep, he did. Janelle said he did what he's supposed to do as a husband. Yes, it's no shame. Let me tell you one thing I can't say. It's no shame or blame of what he did. Tim can't even amount. He's not half the man Devin was. He's not half. Not even the pinky of Devin's finger. He's not. He's a leech.
That bothered me. I saw a comment and it looked like a fake page. You only had it looked like a fake page.
It always a fake page.
They was calling Devin a bum. I'm looking like, how is Devin a bum?
No, Tim is the bum. Tim ain't had no job. He ain't got no job. Tim ain't worked a full time. Tim has not worked a job in a whole entire year.
That's crazy word. You got 2 kids out here and ain't working no full-time job.
Never worked a full-time job. He ain't kept a job and God knows when. He can't say I'm going on my job anniversary and getting a pay increase. Tim can't. He ain't got no benefits for these kids. Tim can't help. Tim ain't even got dental insurance for his yellow teeth. Look at his teeth. This is his teeth.
If you ask me, Renee made more money when she was with Devin than she made with Tim.
No, I think she make a lot of money now because you figure so many people, even people that don't like her, they are very, very.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you truth. I'm gonna tell you how she got a point. That's Raven got a point because Tim even said at this last rant. Sometimes y'all gotta listen. You know, sometimes we hear what we want to hear, but I'm a type of person like. say after this conversation, after I do what I gotta do, I might run some stuff back just to listen, and I might catch something that I didn't catch the first time. Tim did say that. He said y'all try not to be fans, but y'all really are. That, you know, so he's saying basically when y'all click on her stuff, you her fan because that's how she's getting paid. I don't click on her stuff. She'll never get a coin out of me.
Look here, I personally feel like she makes way more money now.
I do
all
too.
The stuff with the lawsuits and all the court dates and all of this, that, and third, she always she running herself into a hole. She showed their son on Snapchat. She's not supposed to do that. She mentioned the kid. She's not supposed to do that. Like, she's making way more money now than she is. Because there's so much going on with her, and she still got stuff ongoing. Let's not forget, she still got the cyber stalking case. She still got her case with Devin. Tim still got his case with Devin. Like, it's still so much that's going on. She making way more money now. Way more.
Yeah, that's not Akira's son that was on Snap recent, y'all. She got, look, at this point, she probably end up on the corner shaking at, because she needs to get that cash. Akira want that money anyway it's supposed to come. It needs to, don't be late. This lady is still getting interest. Interest is accumulating right now.
Oh, that wasn't her son? I thought that was her son.
No, that wasn't her son. That wasn't her son. I confirmed, I confirmed.
She didn't mention them. Because I did see a clip on the T page where she said that, her and baby, it's so cringy. She did say that they gonna go get gingerbread houses with the kids, and they gonna be on teams, and one kid gonna be with her, the other kid gonna be with him, and they gonna see who built the best gingerbread house. So she still low-key mentioned them, which, is that not against what's put in place? Is she not supposed to mention them at all?
Y'all gonna find out. We're gonna find out this cyber stalking charge and all this other stuff with these kids, cause certain stuff ain't supposed, third parties not supposed to be mentioning Akira or those kids.
Let's not forget they was in the background when he was on Twitch with the Stud Master.
So it's gonna. Looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Whenever it is. When is the cyber stalking charge case?
I think it's the second week of January, or I might be wrong. Don't quote me on that. I think it's sometime in January.
Okay.
Somebody got a court date in January.
I think it's the 29th
yes.
or 27th.
Interest is still building. Okay. They said, yes, ma'am, interest is still building.
It's like when you don't, like the settlement is like any other bill. When you continue to not pay and not pay and not pay, they still put interest on it. It's just like any other bill. Like, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's gonna continue to accrue interest until she puts some money on it. And no judge is going to sit here and limit the amount that she owes until she pays at least something.
And then when she started paying, she basically started with the interest. She ain't even got with she hadn't even started on the 1.75.
Look here. All she would have had to do in the beginning is all she could do was get her lawyer. What her and the lawyer could have did is sat down and been like, tell me everything. What could they possibly use? Like, tell me. All she had to do from there was tell her lawyer, here's the number that I'm willing to give her to make all this go away. Take that back to Miss Robin, and Miss Robin and Akira could have spoke about it and see if that would have been. She could have prevented this whole 1.75. Really, she could have got away with probably about $200,000 if she would have actually took.
She did get $200,000. $200,000 was included for the what is it? Criminal conversation.
But I meant like $200,000 only. If she wasn't so cocky and not taking it seriously, and would have really just sat down with some lawyers, there would be no 1.75. And if she would have got a lawyer and stuff like that, there probably would have been no boots on the ground either, because they could have argued that y'all being there was not good for their client. I'm just saying, she would have took it seriously. A lot of stuff could have been prevented if she would have took it seriously.
Well, technically, they can't stop us from going to court unless we're doing something illegal that can put us out. Anything that I did, whether they would have had us in court or, let the public in or out, I was already in. It wasn't nothing like her lawyer could do because it was already
But they could have some of y'all not in, is what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, some of it could have been
Yeah. I mean, they tried to, they tried. The judge was like, that's why he was so. They kept saying certain things that are gonna put people out and stuff like that. They could have did that. It was to the judge's discretion on how he wanted his court to be ran. She could mention it, and just like how when Tim went to court, the young lady had got put out of court or whatever. That was a different courtroom. So it's just all about, who you dealing with. But, like I said, or they could have been like, hey, she tried it. Let me rewind it. She did try it. She tried to say that she was fearing for her life.
See, that's not a good argument because you need like real. Like,
that was her mom. They tried to like say they feared for their life. They was not going for that. Nobody said nothing to those people, but they were trying. Like if you notice, like earlier that morning, her mom was trying to start up. And we were like, no. So when the little situation with Barbie happened or whatever, and she bumped into her, and like when she turned around, they bumped into each other rather. And instead of saying excuse me, she wanted to kind of make it confrontational. Her mama was acting real childish, So I, when I had got on live, I said, y'all, Brene mama is a female dog. She act like a whole female dog. And then Tim mom did BG like this. Like BG is going live and doing this like this. And she come in and do like this. I would, you too close to me, so whatever happens.
Yeah, because you're doing the most. But I'm just saying this, that, a lot of things could have been prevented because if she would have had a lawyer, the lawyer would have told her that it would have been okay to talk to the news when the settlement was decided, to say that she'll never see a dime. A lawyer would be like, don't even talk to them. The lawyer would have talked to them themselves, just like Miss Robin did for Akira. A lawyer would have told her going to Tamara Hall would not be a good look.
But Renee would have did what Renee wanted to do. You don't listen to nobody.
You right about that. But
her mama even was saying but her mom said the same thing. She'll never get a dime.
But see, that's the stupidity. And like at first, I'm like, dang, like this can't all be on her mom. Like her mom can't all be at fault for this. But then when I see her mom do things and play things out, I'm looking like she the main culprit.
Yeah.
Because this is where she get it from.
Now y'all kind of entering into what we're saying, and y'all, a lot of people, I tell people, it was a situation in court this last hearing or whatever, and I was explaining like what the girls had on or whatever. If they were for Brene, fine. If they wasn't, I never seen them in neither one. I think I did see the girl with the big hair, but they were over there talking to Brene and them. They were. In the hallway, they were talking to him. I saw them, whatever. So I just assumed that they were for Brene. She was like, somebody sent me a video. She was like, I wasn't there for Brene. We was neutral parties. Okay, well, I saw you talking to Brene, and you sat over there with Brene, and it didn't matter to me or whatever. I was just describing everything that was going on. But the one thing I can say that I respect them for is, instead of hearing what I'm saying or anybody else saying, they went out, they was local, so they came in and listened to them on their own, and I can appreciate that because a lot of times they feel, people feel like, well, it's two sides to every story. I'm just saying, me personally, when I come, I tell y'all what I saw. I tell you the facts. Everything I say, whether they want to believe it or not, that's on them. But if you want to go, I tell people, look it up for yourself. Go on eCourse. You can read it. But if you enjoy being over here with me, I appreciate that too. I love each and every one that supports me. But they came and they read. I didn't see them taking notes or anything. I'm always taking notes, so I can come back and kind of touch bases on certain things, and also I can reflect back on videos and stuff. So that's just something I do. Hey, Kami.
Hi, hey ladies. Thanks for letting me upload.
Anytime.
Okay. I just I had a comment on Tim or whatever. Someone earlier, well, not your live, but someone said that he is like the one that kind of puts the battery in Brené's back on certain stuff, and I somewhat believe it.
I do too.
He uses Brené to get to Akira. And I noticed like his last rant that he just went on, it was more focused on Akira. Like he kept throwing jabs at her. He kept like, he would say certain stuff and then say like, oh, the person you guys are a fan of, they're broke. They don't have this. They want to be like Brené. And it's like, why are you so hateful towards your ex-wife, not your baby mom, because that's somebody that you marry and laid and have kids with. Why are you so like hateful towards her?
Because he don't want Brené to lose that money. That means he losing his piggy bank. Think about it, and he can't go back. He cannot go. Look, him and Akira are done. They're done. Right. It's no coming back from this. So if Brené loses everything between, that's why he up there, he talking about bullying. This the same man. What's up, bro? What's up, bro? Antagonizing Devin. What do you call that? What do you call it? But he cannot, if Brené, when they start really ripping her to shreds, then he got to get to work. He got to start taking care of Big Nate. He got to put in that work. Keep putting in that work. Keep putting in that work. That's why he's trying to get on Twitch and all that. But you're boring. Your content is whack as heck. It's whack, man. You gotta sit there. I need you to lose that booty. I need you to lose that weight. I need you to get you some a good dental plan. I know out there they can give you a savers plan. I know, go talk to a dentist. I need you to get your frontal up.
You need a dental plan that includes a whitening, a deep clean.
A deep cleaning, a gum clean. He looked like he got gingivitis.
Get under the gums.
Yeah. But that's what I wanted to say. I'm like, I don't get his issue with Akira. She never not once badmouthed him. She don't badmouth him. I've been following this since 2022. And I've been here for a while and watching you guys. So thank you guys for, bringing us back, whatever that's happening in court. But Tim, like, he is so nasty towards Akira, and I just can't understand why. You act like this girl cheated on you. You act like she cheated on you with Devin or something. Like, I don't get it. He is so nasty, and he's looking more like Brené every day. Every time he put up a camera, he's big as hell. I'm like, what is going on? But yeah, that's all, ladies. Thanks for letting me upload. I'll drop down.
You know how to drop down?
No.
Okay, I got you. Let's see. Hey, Miss Keely.
Hey. Good evening, ladies. I've been listening to this, and my take on it is I just feel like Tim's downing of Akira is a projection of how he feel about himself. He's mad because he thought he was in for the win. He went in with the wrong intention. He's a user, clearly, because Akira had held him down as a wife and supported him in his dreams. And he played with her because, she's not a confrontational person. She has a beautiful spirit. And, even in the text messages to Brené, going to her woman to woman and just, hey, let's have this conversation, shows where her mindset is. Mm-hmm. She I think it wouldn't have gone this far had Brené did sit down with Akira and gave Akira the answers. But see, yes, Brené being biggity, and the low self-esteem. She thinks she the shit, and she not. She wanted to prove a point. Now the point had been proven. You got the man, okay, but it didn't stop there. You wasn't satisfied until you wanted to disrupt her, and now she coming with the heat, and you wanna get up there like, oh, the truth is gonna come out. Well, the truth is out. The transcripts are there. And everything aligns.
Tim said the transcripts are a lie.
No, the transcripts are girl. You know what? He could tell that to a puppy. and the puppy gonna look at him stupid. Okay, sell that shit to your mama.
You hear me?
That's not, we not buying it. You know, at the end of the day, they did not realize the type of support and love that Akira would have the exposure of this case. It is so beyond them.
He said we need to move on. He said move on. It's going on 2 years, and it's gonna keep going on until the court ends and Akira is getting her money. Period. Right. Period. It's simple. Right. Because what you should have did is have your now wife to shut it up. And she did. Right.
He should have been a man. All this, you know, I said this before on BG's panel. I had mentioned that a lot of this is him.
It is. It is. The young lady before you said the same thing, and I agree with it 100%. He is the one that puts the battery in her back on a lot of stuff. Because, mind you, she would, let me tell you something. If I'm sitting up here every day coming on here talking about my husband's kid's mom, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm on live and I keep doing this every day, like doing, and he come in and he say, hey, stop that. Guess what I'm gonna do?
Stop.
I'm gonna stop. I'm going to stop. He has yet to do that. He wants everybody to be a problem except for Brene. He and Brene never did anything wrong. And this is how he say, oh, wholeheartedly, I do take accountability. But everybody else played a part in it. Get the hell out of there. That's a backhand. That's a backhand apology. You ain't accountability.
That's not genuine. That's not being genuine.
They're
about
not.
The situation.
They're not. They refuse. They want to add Devin. Devin, unless he can tell me this, Devin took his hand and pulled Tim pants down and put his penis in his wife.
He dropped and fell on it.
then you can tell me everybody played a part.
Right. The fact that Brene was so manipulative with this whole thing, like her spirit is ugly. Like it's like it's demonic. It's just like you literally sat in this woman's house.
Yes.
You cooked at her stove. You engaged with her children. And that's another problem I have. I mentioned this as well. Yeah. That I don't trust a woman
cooking in my kitchen.
That's right. I don't trust a woman that don't give a shit about me to say that she have a love for my children. I don't care how much.
Akira said that. I read that in the transcripts today. Akira said you can't love my kids. You don't love my kids. Let me tell you something. I feel like she tolerates her kids for Tim. I do feel like that because if you had genuine love for her kids, you will handle this entire situation completely different. You would.
In a mature way.
But you walked out of court, said this ain't over. All right.
And she must not realize Akira got the hammer on her side. You know, Robin's a very great attorney. You know, she came with the facts and proved the case, and Akira won. And she just needs to pay up Akira. That's what she needs to do. For this to be over, go ahead and pay Akira. Go ahead and pay her about $3,000 a month for the rest of your life if you want to put imaginary payment plan in your head. You know.
She'll pay pig. She'll pay pig. Now you're a sugar mama, and you a person that she is in the red. She don't. Renee don't own nothing. She don't own. She renting that house. She leasing a car. She paying a note on the car.
No type of adult process, like no thought of let me take this money that I'm making and turn it around to, you know, because this ain't gonna last forever for her, especially after if the cyber
once all this dies down and the dust settles, it ain't nothing to talk about with Brene.
Right.
So it, you know, besides her getting drained off her out of her bank account and everything, what content does she have that will be interest of anybody? Because the old Brene she was a little entertaining, but this Brene is boring. Don't nobody want to hear about her and Tim.
Yeah, let's go shopping today at the Dollar Tree.
Their content is boring.
TJ
It's
Maxx.
not exciting.
Right.
Who wants to watch a harlot
Right.
and a deadbeat father running around town?
When she gonna hurt herself trying to be Akira and be what Tim is attracted to, because you change your whole aesthetic. You don't have those god awful nails, all that jewelry, all of that. You trying to fit what he's attracted to. And when that really, really, truly hits her, Brene gonna cry a long, terrible cry. It's gonna hurt her to her soul when it finally hit her.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I done did all of this. This man really, truly don't want me. I'm in all of this debt. I'm young
Because of
and
this
I don't
man.
know how the hell I'm gonna get out of it.
And I can't file bankruptcy on it.
And you know, Tim seemed like the type of person he may, you know, has he? Let's face it, he stepped out on Akira a couple times, right? Well, the one time before, and then this situation.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he seemed like the type of ninja that's gonna try to figure out his next move. Because if he starts seeing that money run dry, oh yeah, and he's such a lazy man.
Ain't he lazy?
If he is truly a Capricorn like I think he is, and for those that's into astrology, best believe he got his next move lined up. One thing we ain't scared to do is go get some money. Even if it gotta be somebody else's money, we gonna go get it.
That part. Okay, so y'all,
That's all I wanted.
It's 7:00. What I plan on to do, I'm gonna hop off. We're gonna pick back up tomorrow. I don't know what time do y'all prefer. Did y'all like the 4 to 7 slot in the chat? Y'all like 4 to 7?
I think that would.
Okay.
Yeah, so you ain't competing for views. I think that would be good.
Okay, so we'll do 4 to 7, and we'll continue to do it like this because I like the interaction as I, close and hop back on, so y'all can kind of give me that moment how y'all feel and everything. So we'll be back here tomorrow.
Give her back to her family, y'all.
No, I gotta head over. I gotta do. I'm getting ready to. I probably nibble on something, but while I'm nibbling, I'm getting ready to edit and post from what we read today in the subscription. So I appreciate all y'all. I love y'all down, and we'll meet back up here tomorrow at 4 to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I'll see y'all later. I might be on somebody else's live.
All right. Good night.
Good night. Okay, so I want to thank whoever this is that's still over here. We had a good time today. I'm not done. Let me see. So okay, so